Alright, guys, so a little bit more storytelling. This takes some time to load up, so uh, I think I left off in middle school. I had a pretty good time in middle school. Those, when I look back, as far as my school years goes, were some of the best that I can remember, and it's just because I had fun with friends, but I didn't focus on my schoolwork. Yeah, long dramatic pause. Focus on your school, guys. Your schoolwork is everything. Anyway, to move on, but that's when I started, you know, getting into drugs and, like I said, girls, and blah blah blah. Um, High school was a little bit of a different story. I know, you know, uh, freshman, no big deal. Sophomore, skirted right through. Um, Again, girls, they get you in trouble. I remember I got in trouble with this girl that, well, her and I both convinced, let's steal this lady's money. It was a teacher. She left her purse in an office. It was stupid. I mean, it was obvious that we took money. Um, I got suspended. It was embarrassing, and I mean, you don't think when you're that age, but you have to, guys. You gotta think right, wrongs. It's huge. Um, anyway, I was 16. That's when things started getting a little hairy. I bought a car from Uncle Tim, little Ford Escort. It was my first car. Paid $500 for it. Had a girlfriend right down the street, and you know, it is what it is. I mean, I drove that car back and forth to school, which was at Anderson. I went to a vocational school, Live Oaks, for computer aided drafting, and that's where I thought I was going to go. Um, and that's what I thought I was going to do with my life. But what ended up happening was Uncle Tom got me a job at Michael Tire because I didn't want to work restaurant anymore. It was just blah. And I started there, changing it out, and more of the, weed, more drugs, and my girlfriend. You know, it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with and carry. And I was in love with her. Um, and things change when you're that age. And she went off, and it hurt me. It affected me, and so much to the point where she basically went out and got drunk, and whatever happened, but supposedly it was a bunch of my friends that she slept with, and it did. It hurt. It hurt. And I was felt betrayed by my so-called friends. I felt betrayed by her. And the next thing you know, she broke up with me, and you know, I thought it was a catastrophe, but it wasn't. It was just a high school breakup. But when you're in that mindset, you think, but it wasn't okay. Kind of went nuts after that. Um, if I remember right, my car broke down, and I ended up. I think she bought it, and for, and then I got a Datsun 210 for $100 off somebody Tracy knew, and I drove that around for a little bit, but it was a pie. um, but hey, I had fun with it. It was a fun little car to just drive around, and for what it was for me, it was, for me, four door, But eventually I wanted something better, and the one and only time that Granny ever co-signed on any loan for me was for a $3,000 car, and I kept that thing for 10 years. And this is my SR5. During that switch of events that had happened and transpired there, basically it was coming down to, at school, I was skipping a lot. I was doing a lot of drugs with my friends. Um, I got to the place where I didn't care. And you guys can't be like that. No drugs, no drinking, no smoking. Just don't focus on school. Please. For your dad, make me proud. Anyway, a lot happened during those time periods. And, you know, you do things that you don't think that you would normally do, stealing car stereos, riding on hoods of cars while they're going down the highway at 50 miles an hour from car to car, you know? I mean, damn, guys. I honestly can't believe I've survived this long. Stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't depend on each other. You three have got to stick together and stay together. Depend on each other. Even when the others fail. You have to stick together. Please. It's a big thing for you guys. Anyway, because of that, I, only needed, I think it was 19 credits to graduate, and I had 23, so I had well more than what was required. But I needed a half year of English at that time. But I never got the half year of English, so I never finished high school. And I regret it. And I also regret, now that I'm older, not taking the time to go to college. But from age 17, that's when I met that girl. Met the girl Vicky Santiago, and she was good. She was good to me, and I look back and some of the best years, stress free for the most part. But I messed it up. I was too focused on drugs, and I wasn't thinking straight. Anyway, it just wasn't meant to be, and I moved on with my life. And again, that I knew I'd messed up because of usage, and I kept doing drugs, and I felt that I could find somebody better. And when I did, it was I turned my back on love. It's horrible, but anyway, met this red-haired girl, and her mom and her sister, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, this is drug use. I had looked, at the age of 23, 22. Anyway, me and my buddies, we went up to the cliffs up in Monroe, and I don't know if it was because I was doing so much coke that it brittled my bones or what the deal was, but I jumped off that cliff and I hit the water wrong, and I jumped it a couple different times, but this time I hit the water and it broke my back. Anyway, because it did that, it I could walk for 6 months. I couldn't work for 6 months. It made me weak at a young age, and that was the first of many of my pains. Also, wrestling with a guy in a shop. It was 2 years before that. I think I was 22, 23. Yeah, that's about right. But I broke my leg just wrestling around with somebody. And again, I have a feeling this was because of the drugs. But after I broke my back, at some given point in time, because I wanted cocaine, I want you guys to hear this and being as honest as pie. I was looking for a fix and needed a little bit of money. And somebody that was in big trouble, and I didn't know it, nobody else knew it, asked me to go meet with his uncles. And his uncles were undercover narcotics agents, and I sold them cocaine. And shortly after that, my other buddy decided that his girlfriend was stuck in Florida. And this is where our life got really crazy after that. I'll share that story on the next video. Man, I love you guys. I hope you're listening.